You gave them kindness, and what did they give you? Pain every single time. That's the punchline, kid. You bent over backward, stretched yourself thin for what? A little pat on the back. A smile that faded the second you turned around. I bet you didn't even see it coming. They took your kindness, carved it up like a Thanksgiving turkey, and left you with the scraps. Here's the truth: the world doesn't care. It never did. You could pour your heart out until there's nothing left, and they'll still watch you bleed while laughing behind your back. That's the reality. Kindness. It's not a virtue, it's a weapon. But you didn't wield it, you handed it over. And they used it to cut you up bit by bit. At first you didn't even notice. They were sly, acted like they cared, but in the end it's always the same. They leave you in the dirt, wondering where you went wrong, asking why. And here's why: because you cared. You thought if you were good enough, if you loved hard enough, if you stayed loyal long enough, they'd see your worth. But guess what? People don't care about worth. They care about what you can do for them right now. And when you've given everything, when there's nothing left to take, they toss you aside like yesterday's trash. That's the hard truth. You can't win if you're playing with kindness. The world doesn't work that way. If you want to survive, you've got to be tougher than the ones who hurt you. Look them dead in the eye and say, "Not today." You gave them kindness, and they gave you pain. Now give them the pain back. Let them feel what you felt. Turn that weakness into power, something they can't touch. People think I'm crazy, like I don't understand betrayal or pain. But I do. I was like you once, soft, caring, thinking the world had rules, believing people had decency. But I learned fast that the only rule is there are no rules. The world's just chaos wearing a mask, pretending to be order. Look at yourself. Sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, but here's the punchline: you gave them the knife. You handed it over with a smile, thinking they'd protect you, but they cut you deep. You feel every scar, every wound, every tear, because you believed kindness was the answer. You think they care that you're hurt? That they regret what they did? No, they've moved on and you're just a blip in their story. But they've made themselves permanent in yours, haven't they? Every sleepless night, every time you doubt yourself, they're there in your head, laughing at how easy it was. So what now? You going to keep crying about it? Keep hoping next time will be different? Or are you going to take what's left of you and rebuild? The pain they gave you, it's your power now. The fuel to light the fire that burns through their lies. But it starts with you. You've got to stop being the joke in their act and start writing your own punchlines. You're stronger than you think. All that hurt, all that betrayal, it didn't break you. You're still standing, right? Good. Now use it. Build yourself so high they can't touch you. Make them see someone they can't control, can't manipulate. That's what scares them the most. They need people like you, someone soft, someone kind to exploit. Without you, they're nothing. So laugh. Laugh at the joke, because now you know the punchline. You gave them kindness, they gave you pain, and now you give them nothing. You take back what's yours. You stuck around out of loyalty, didn't you? When everyone else left, you stayed. You thought if you held on long enough, they'd change, that they'd finally appreciate what you did. But they didn't. They never do. Loyalty? It's a one-way ticket to disappointment with the wrong people. They took your loyalty for granted, saw you as a safety net. But when it was your turn, Where were they? Gone. And there you were, left bleeding, wondering why it always happens to you. Here's why you believed people could be like you. But they don't have the same heart. People don't value loyalty unless it benefits them. You played the wrong game from the start. You thought it was about doing the right thing, but it's about survival. Dog eat dog. And now you've got to put yourself first. Letting go of that idealistic version of yourself. Yeah, it's going to hurt. But that part of you is already dead. They killed it every time they lied to you, every time they left you behind. The real you, the strong you, that's the one still standing. The one ready to burn it all down and rebuild. Kindness, loyalty, love, they're just tools people use to get what they want. And once they have it, you're nothing to them. So stop playing their game. Stop giving them the satisfaction. You have something they'll never understand: resilience. They knocked you down, but you got back up. They need you to stay weak, to stay kind, but now you're the nightmare they never saw coming. Stop caring. Stop letting them in. That's when you win. And the joke? The real joke? It's on you. You knew they didn't deserve your kindness, but you gave it to them anyway. You convinced yourself time after time that maybe, just maybe, things would change. But they never do. People don't change unless they're forced to. That's on you. Stop waiting for them to apologize to make things right. They won't. You're the one holding on to the past while they've already moved on. Let go. The longer you wait for them to fix things, the longer you stay in the hell they built for you. Here's the truth, and it's going to sting. The only person who can save you is you. You've got the power to rewrite your story, but first you've got to stop waiting for someone else to do it. They gave you pain. Now give it back. Build something for yourself, something no one can take away. You don't owe them anything. They gave you hell, now give it right back. You're stronger than they'll ever be. They didn't break you. They only made you tougher. So laugh. Laugh at the absurdity, laugh at the fact that you ever cared. Because now it's your turn. Your turn to take back what's yours. Your turn to stop giving and start taking. And trust me, kid, when you stop caring, when you stop letting them in, that's when you finally win.